8:15 a.m. this Saturday morning, October 18th, 2025. We are to be expecting precipitation this morning. Well, it's just not picking up coloration like it should. There we go. A little more like it. Yeah, so anyways, precipitation today, possibly severe weather, high amounts of accumulation of rainfall to be expected. And yes, they have been treating the skies for today's events, if you will. A lot of dirtiness to the appearance of the sky. And I was seeing some kind of neat things off in the distance way back in here, but those have kind of slid off. But yeah, the jet aircraft have been coming across and adding to all of this. There we go. And of course, yeah, a lot of colorations anymore in the skies. And this is kind of interesting back in here. Right there. Whatever that might be. So yeah, basically I came down here as soon as I actually could to tend to the cats before any of this should start moving in, if that's what you want to classify it as doing. I don't believe any of this. And hey, you know, while I'm on this, what kind of nonsensical games are they playing with this 3-eye atlas non-comet? I mean, it's getting kind of quite squirrely. You know, NASA has new images that they're not releasing. Some sources state that this so-called comet actually stopped in the vicinity of the planet Mars. And in the meantime, this morning, as you know, I'm surfing the channels on the Idiot Box, what am I seeing? Oh, old movies about aliens coming to Earth. You know, on the Story Channel, they've been going on with UFO conspiracies, Roswell, and all that good stuff. And, you know, it seems like an awful lot of focusing on aliens, if you will. Yeah, okay. And of course, you know, I have made mention in the past multiple times that, well, when it comes down to these grays and whatnot, that they're actually us in the future. And I brought this up quite often. And of course, that narrative, if you will, originates from that series Stargate SG-1, to where they make mention of it. And remember, that series began in the mid-90s. And getting a little bit of sun on the side of the building here. Yeah, wow, look at this. So anyways, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and leave a link to, yeah, there we go, to a video that I came across, which speaks on the same, or speaks of the same narrative as to what I have brought forth through episodes of Stargate SG-1. I tell you what, this thing has taken forever to ascend this morning, wherever it has gone. Yeah, way down here. I mean, and this thing has side shifted dramatically over, well, since my last sunrise recordings. Oh well, I think that's good. After all, you know, I'm being recorded as I'm out here recording the skies. You know, that's the mentality of those that surround me, if you will. It's kind of keep my fingers crossed that maybe I'd be able to capture one of these aircraft coming over. But look at this. Yeah, getting some of that crazy stuff. Oh, and if anybody is curious, yeah, the kitten that I recorded way back here yesterday was in fact a kitten and not Batsy or Batcat that I thought later on. And just, you know, just so it's further understood that even before I began feeding these cats, that there were others that were feeding the cats before me here on this property, okay? And furthermore, we have all kinds of people around in this community, not just the apartment complex community, but within this village that also feed these cats, okay? So, you know, where these idiots try to make these false narratives, especially in comment form on my channel, that have, you know, no clue over the realities that be, all you're doing is making fools and idiots out of yourselves, because you don't know the full story, regardless of how I have, you know, tried to share exactly all the facts involved. And of course, yes, I will continue to share that much more as time goes on. Yeah, it's crazy looking stuff up in here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and leave a link to that video. But of course, you know, I really don't, yeah. You know, I could care less if I don't have any subscribers or viewers of my content anymore. It really doesn't matter, because now it's just a factor of data collection in order to expose, right? Alright, good enough. I wanted to make mention of something else, but good enough. And of course, I'll probably have some kind of a I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by all of this. And I know it's not going to look like all that much to you guys, but standing out here and seeing what I'm seeing, yeah, a lot more to it than what might appear through the recording. Yeah, this thing is just like taking a very long time to do anything this morning. Yeah, it's back in here. And from what I've seen this morning, a lot of the precipitation is going to, well, it's coming through at a diagonal, coming across Lake Michigan and going northeast. Seems to be the common direction anymore, right? Going right there towards, New Jersey, Maine, a couple of states that, more than likely you'll hear more about. Oh yeah, and as far as states, of course, Gretchen Whitmer, our not so lovely governor here, that should never have been in power to begin with. But the politicians, they love to play mind games with people, and oh, vote for me because of this and that and the other thing, and yeah, our fix the damn roads. Well, that just that's been a mockery and a half. I guess if anything should happen to occur severe wise, well, I'll go ahead and record. Maybe we can pick up some types of fakery to the weather that people are still very blind to. Okay, good enough. Take care. Have a great one. 10:30 a.m. on this Saturday morning, and we are continuing on with some rather crazy looking skies right now. We have not had any precipitation as of yet. But wow, I mean, just very crazy. Look at this. This is really catching my eye right here. Not much to see towards the east. Going overhead to the north. So anyways, the link that I'm leaving is to the channel, the Y Files. But if you were to do a search through YouTube pertaining to these grays being us in the future, you can find quite the assortment of content pertaining to this, past and present. Oh, here we go. But furthermore, reason why I picked the Y Files, or rather, it found its way to me, is because right near the beginning, there is one word that was brought up that, of course, caught my attention right away. And that single word was loop. Okay? This is becoming more and more spoken of. Time loops, or a linear time loop, or a linear timeline that loops. Okay? And I have been speaking on this, and of course, primarily dedicated my secondary channel, Dragonfire Investigative Research, to this time loop scenario. And again, more and more I am hearing this loop being placed into narratives and narrations of certain content. And so basically I am only expanding and sharing that much more of what I have brought to the table quite some time ago, and primarily before most anyone else did. Okay? Yeah, alright, so most of this fun stuff, most of it seems to have, and I am seeing all kinds of nifty stuff up here, but of course, you know, what I see and what comes out through these recordings can significantly vary. And even though more and more people are trying to go into the interdimensional or extra dimensional fourth dimension or whatever, yeah, a lot more of that is being discussed today. In which, of course, I've even done many recordings in the past pertaining to those subjects. Yeah, right, yeah. I think this will work. It's looking really gloomy over this way. Lot of reflective material up there. And I imagine, you know, if I really was to focus my energies, we would be able to see just that much more. But I think I'm going to go ahead and just consider this to be good for the time being. And of course, we shall continue henceforth in the future. Take care, have a great one. Click the link, do your own research. And maybe you'll come back and join up with me again on this flip side of reality.